I've been so AFK lately from the channel, I've decided that it's time to actually start doing stuff to the Evo now. And this is something that you guys don't know and are not aware of. I do have a set of smart coils for the Evo. You guys know that I breathe these things. I love these coils, alright? These are my JZ. You guys know how they work. They are fantastic. They are my favorite. And of course, I have to have them for the other car. And just a little quick little sneak peek. Here's my 2JZ GTE valve covers to fit the GE head that I'm putting on Ricebox. But we are going to get started on these. And I do have the connectors and everything. And this time I'm not wiring them up from the beginning. We're going to be wiring them up from pre-pinned connectors, and I will be wiring them into my ECU. So let's take these things to my other box. Oh my. All right, check in here and get that out of my way. Pull this out. Let's see here. Okay, that is not the one I'm looking for. Oh, check this out, guys. I did get a new set of injectors as well for Ricebox. We got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff happening. We have some FID 2150s, or actually they're FID 2000s. You guys know they're all pretty much the same thing at this point. And, okay, there's my G42. And we got some beefy studs right here, boys. Beefy studs. Alright, we're looking for some certain things. If we can find them. Is this it? There they are, guys. The connectors for the old tried and trues. And we've got a couple other things right here. Is what we really, really want. We have my shielding for the wiring here. Just like this is the way it should be. Look how much more race car that looks. Like, aside from just those. Like, just putting these on there makes this look like a much crazier car, even though it's already crazy. It's just so nice. We're gonna do some heavy cleaning. And I gotta charge up that little baby battery right here. I'm gonna take the intake off. I am going to get buried behind there, trying to mess with the freaking oil leak that I have been trying to fight for a while. Before I get crazy with these, I'm gonna get the wiring and everything done for it and get a connector put on there. I am going to get this intake off, get everything unbolted from there, moved out of the way, so I can get back behind there to see what I'm working with, because I just looked under the car and I still have a little leak. There's still a leaky issue that I am so sick of dealing with. I don't want this car to run out of oil one time and then, you know, I'm just like, have a freaking $6,000, $10,000 blown engine. I mean, I think that's like, it's a pretty hefty engine here. We're trying not to break it. So yeah, I think we're gonna take some precautionary measures here to make sure that the car doesn't explode like Ricebox. If you guys haven't seen that video, you can go see it. It's bad news for Ricebox. Yeah, actually, I'm going to clean this mess up first before we get crazy, because I just should not have left this here before the end of the year. I think, alright, well, I'm gonna get started cleaning this up and get some motivation here. I'm gonna find a connector or whatever so I can get these all connected, get ready to go for putting these coils on here and making some power. I'm having some spark blowout, and it's because I'm running a little bit too rich. I always thought I was running a little bit lean, but I guess I was not. But, you know, you figure things out as you're going. These coils that are here underneath, they're Spark-Tech coils. They're good for a lot of power, but they do not have the boom that the smart coils have. So even if I were running a little rich with these smart coils, even like a 10 AFR, which is what's going on here, I'm running like 10.3, which is way too rich for E85 for one. But that's like insanely too rich. These coils just can't keep up with it. Like, it just fouls them out on a load. These coils up here, these guys have literally combusted stuff in the JZ like richer than 10. So, and as well as these coils, we're going to be installing my, wait for it, don't you hit the chair, don't hit the chair. Oh, okay, we're good. we're going to be installing my, you guys already know, but blam. I got my EMU that we're going to be putting in here, and I need to vacuum this baby. I need to get this girl all cleaned up. She's a little bit dirty. I think I still got sand in here from when I did my stupid thing. Thankfully, these side skirts are pretty tucked in there. I mean, I got sand behind here in my bumper, but this car is pretty well sealed. There we go. Not the best table in the world, but it does its job. You know, when I gotta move important stuff and I don't want to set it down on things, but dang, it has not been this clean in a long time. Ever since I got my dog box, I've had stuff scattered all over this freaking table, so it's really nice to see it finally available for some use, such as this. Wow, amazing. It actually does something. Okay, so just like my other video where I did my wiring for the smart coils on the JZ, these are pre-pinned actually for me, so unfortunately I'm not going to have them color-coded at the moment. So the yellow one is going to be the signal, goes to the ECU. This one will be a ground, you know, engine ground, chassis ground, whatever you want to do. The middle one will be the ground to the head, so it has to be the same ground, same area that the spark plug is firing. And then the last one can be grounded to the chassis as well, so I will actually put these two together. So B and C I will tie together into one ground point, and then the last one is 12 volt. It's a pretty simple process. They're very easy to set up. I'm gonna get my cutoff wheel and I'm going to notch these out big enough for the connectors to go through. And yeah, so I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with this one. I don't know what I should do. Maybe I should just leave the connector on there, or I don't know. Because if I put it on here, you can see, I don't know, maybe I can notch the edge of this here or something. Otherwise, that wire is just going to go right over the top and it's going to look kind of skimpy, but whatever. I guess we'll see how she looks in just a second. Let me get these cut off and we will see where we stand at that moment. So upon further investigation, I actually found out that when you put the coil in, there is a very small gap right here, you can see, right where my finger is, and that's just big enough. Actually, it's a little bit larger than the amount of space needed for the wires. So if you see, I got the wires ran under here. The coil fits perfectly, and there's still room for the wires that aren't being rubbed or anything like that. So I think that I might not cut this up here, but maybe I can make a little bit of an adjustment here, like grind this out in the corners, and then there will be enough room for the wires to be set properly. And that would be a much, I guess it'd be cleaner that way, I suppose. I don't know, I can make these all pretty and make them all tucked and nice, you guys know. But alright, well, we can go with that, and it'll still be completely functional, and it will look good, and I won't have messed up my stuff here. Let's give her a go, see what she looks like. Alright, I actually think that looks really, really good. Being in the car, it looks a lot better. They're like super tucked. They really don't look like there's much going to them at all. You like actually have to really look in order to see that they're there. But I think that looks really, really good. There's nothing actually, it looks like there is no wires really. Like if you look at it from here, it looks like they're just sitting there with nothing attached to them. I think that looks fantastic. Another thing, I can get rid of this guy once I go to my ECU master. I can put a wideband O2 in there. Technically, I don't even have to do that. I can just plug that hole, get rid of this sensor altogether, get rid of this other sensor altogether. Just run one O2. Alright, so I got the little setup going on. It looks absolutely great, and you guys can see I've got the wires twisted, so they are twist braided, and they look good, and they tuck really, really good. So if you're looking at the car in any other position, you're really not going to tell that it's even plugged into anything. It's going to look like the coils are literally Bluetooth. So I've got them all set up here. We're looking good. I'm going to get all these things wired up, and it does look like I'm probably not going to be able to have a connector out very far, but that's okay, because out in the back of the engine here, I should be able to have my connectors tucked down underneath my fuel rail, and maybe underneath the manifold. Alright guys, so the wiring stuff that I need for the rest of the coils. I do not have it yet, and it's going to be a little bit because the corona is slowing down the shipment process of everything. So as soon as it gets here, get to the next part of getting everything disassembled and getting the wiring finished for the coils. But I really need to get something out for you guys. You guys know that I'm not dead and that I'm still here, so I'm cutting this video short now. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for coming and seeing the update on the Evo. I know some of you guys are excited to see that, and don't worry, Ricebox is also still here. We are just waiting on some stuff to get it going again. That's gonna be it for this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one later.